Good afternoon. Welcome to Maiyegun's diary. So let's get ourselves set. Thank you very much for joining me. This is Maiyegun live. But let's enjoy this music. Share the video. Invite your friends. Invite your enemies. Invite the Soloma Kendes, the Buhari Deans, the Buhari Diderins, the Buhari the Notus, the Buhari the Jotus, the Ungos Yaris, the Unneka Aris, the Buhari Shukus, the Unnan Diaris, Aruno Harris too. We have them. Rebecca Harry. There are many. Invite the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons. Invite their uncles, their broad-based premium Buhari dignitaries, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. Tell them Maiyegun is back. And ask those who said they hate me. I hate this Maiyegun. There is nothing you can do about it. I'm still gonna be Maiyegun. And I'm still gonna be here all the time. Tormenting you with the truth you love to hide from. We are the executive omota. So I don't sugarcoat here. I don't do political correctness here. So I don't do religious correctness too. And whatever you wish yourself, whatever you wish me, you should wish yourself. If you hate me, it won't change anything. I am just here to make you more, I'll get you more frustrated. For those of you, the collateral mumus, the collateral mugus, the collateral idiots, those of you who want to be pampered, when you want to be pampered, to be told the truth. All of you are welcome. If you have the shock absorber to take this in, fine. If you don't, disappear now. Because everything I'm going to say here is going to get you angry. There is no two way to it. Let's just be clear about it. Everything that is going to come out of my mouth today, if you are a Buhari Din or a Buhari Didere, a Buhari Dinotu or a Buhari Dichatu, whoever you are, I'm going to get you mad. I'm going to say things that are going to get you really, really angry. So don't watch. Stop and disappear to the oblivion or to the cesspit you come out from. As a Buhari Din or a Buhari Didere, I don't need you to like me. I don't want your validation. I don't need your like. Get the hell out of my page. Disappear. Because you know one thing is this. You are living in a country that is more or less like a shithole. A terrible place, the worst place to live on the surface of the earth. Syria is better than Nigeria. And let me tell you something. People care about people in Syria. Do you know that? Nobody give a fuck about you in Nigeria. And you can pretend about it. You can pretend to tell yourself otherwise. That is your fucking headache. I don't care about that. Now, if you join Maiyegun's diary, all right, what we do on this platform all the time, every time, is to expose the fraud you call leadership in Nigeria. The fake leaders you call leaders in Nigeria, and your stupid traditional, religious, and every other stupid diversion that you always want to bring into this conversation, they don't work on me, and they don't work on everyone that follows this page. So, if this sounds strange to you, disappear now because it's about to get really, really dirty. I've decided to dress as an executive Omota today so that maybe I can tell, because there's something I want to tell you about the, what do you call it? The suit, no brain idiot. You will see them, they have glasses. They will wear suits. They will dress so smart. They will even pose and take pictures, profile pictures. Meanwhile, in their various and stupid empty heads, right? They are more emptier than Pangolo. We call them suit, no brain. So I'm putting on suit today to let you know that we also have executive Omotas, smart guys whose dress or whose dressing and then appearance don't really tell who they are. And that is why on Maiyegun's diary today, everybody will get his size. You will decide where you belong. You will know where you belong as we proceed. This is just like a caveat. And for those who love themselves so much, enough not to embarrass their family names, not to come here and disgrace your family house or your family members. None of us here on Maiyegun's diary, none of us contribute or contributed to whatever madness that is going on in Nigeria. The corruption, the stealing, the killings, right? The human rights abuses. None of us is part of it. Now, let's get started. To my friends and the lovers of Maiyegun's diary all over the world, we are back. And today, right, we are going to eat them like never before. I am going to speak uncut and, you know what I mean, unrestricted in every manner. I'm going to say it the way it comes to my head, the way it comes to my mind, and I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. If you're a Buhari tin or a Buhari tin, take your children away from this broadcast now. Let your children stay away. This is not for them. Now, let's get started. There is this maxim, a maxim that if reporting a crime becomes a criminal offense, there is no two way to it. It is completely clear that you are being led by criminals. In Nigeria, if you carry a flag, are you with me? If you are holding a flag in Nigeria, you are a terrorist. If you are holding a gun, in fact, if you are killing people in Nigeria, right, you are just a disgruntled brother of the terrorist ruling Nigeria. If you are stealing the money, it doesn't matter how much you steal. You just need to belong to the people who have the right to steal. In Nigeria, there are those who have the right to steal. There are those who don't have the right to steal. If you belong to the category of those who don't have the right to steal and you steal, you will be disgraced. You will be used as the scapegoat. You will be used as the reason why it is not good to loot Nigerian money. But if you are like a lifeless, illiterate Bokwari, a terrorist who has no single contribution, he's never had any single contribution to whatever, I mean, to the development of that country in any manner. Rather, as among, I mean, as those before him and those that will come after him, everyone comes for his own share. Buhari, who contributed to the destruction of Nigeria, the destruction of what do you call the morale and the self-esteem of Nigerians, where torturing, abuse of human rights became like normal thing. The same madman who has no job to be ordinary a gatesman in any responsible household. You shouldn't be employing a useless human being like Buhari to be your gatesman in any household if you are responsible. But now we have foolish people in large numbers. There's this maxim that says you should be afraid of foolish people in large numbers because they can elect a president and there's nothing you can do about it. That is how a terrorist become the president of Nigeria right before our eyes. The Buhari Danes, the Buhari Didens, who brought Buhari, the same Buhari can steal. Those around him can loot. You can watch them. You can scream. You cannot do anything. But then you will watch and listen to them when they talk to you about corruption, when they talk to you about people who have looted Nigeria. And you begin to ask yourself, do this guy actually believe that every one of us were actually an idiot, like those mumuns who will kill themselves because of 30,000 naira? Right before your eyes, the Nigeria debt jumped from $25 billion to now over $100 billion because they just approved is 27.9 billion for him anyway. So they're going to find a way to borrow and steal the money. Right before your eyes, you are earning billions and billions and billions, being told that they have expended them, shared them, either to the poorest and the poor. Nobody could give any real concrete evidence of where they use this money for. But you, in your warped mind, in your dead, destroyed mind, there is nothing wrong in that. I'm going to take them bit by bit, batch by batch. And then you will realize that you are being led by criminals. I know you know. But today, it has now become more obvious that if you support law and order, you are a criminal in Nigeria. If you ask for law and order, do you know that law and order includes this manner of robbery, stopping this manner of robbery? There is no law, there is no order. Law and order. So we don't have that right now. We have people who are currently law unto themselves in Aso Rock right now. We can't find the lifeless Buhari. We can't find the lying pastor Ikene Shatabandu Oshibade. There is no law. There is no order. Now we have all these endless. There's a new one. We have these endless thieves coming to talk to us, to tell us why we shouldn't be thieves and we should all frown against stealing. But the same corrupt criminals, in the name of Bokwari, the same criminals expended $25.7 billion from NNPC that never ever made any profit in this same period. And the same government is now going out there to go and borrow money to fight polio, to go and borrow money to finance a budget. $27 billion of NNPC oil block sales in 2017 disappeared. No one is asking for it. $500 billion allocated to Shadia to share to all of you who are going to be affected by the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown. 500 billion naira. She actually stole the money, share few to some what do you call it, handful of people, and the money was gone. So Buhari came. How many of you remember when they first came with this body odor, or is it body language? When they said Buhari's body language was generating electricity in Nigeria, how many of you remember that period? 5 years down the line, they are still in darkness. Under that same Buhari, someone who actually pledged to keep you safe, the same government is making arrangements with terrorists that are killing people, sending them to IDP camps. The same government. Now, the people that are sent into the IDP camps, their lands have been taken over by these unknown people, as they call them, foreigners. Those who ended up, who have lost everything and ended up in IDP camp, they are still looting the money they said they want to give to them, but nobody is looting the money they want to give to the Boko Haram, because that has never ever caused the problem. For 5 years, Buhari's government used Nigeria money to fund and expand terrorism in Nigeria. And today, Nigeria is now the capital, the world capital, the world capital of the most terrorized country in the world. The world capital of terror. Your government will terrorize you. Those governments paid to kill you will come at night and kill you. And here we are. If you talk about it, it is a crime. 2 young men sent me messages, and one of them said, he hates me. I laughed. I read all of that. I read messages like that all the time. But most of them, they are actually from Yoruba land. Do you know that those who personally hate what I do on Maiyegun's diary, because they confess it all the time, by the way, they do.
I receive voice messages where people tell me, you will see what will happen to you. And I tell them, just go and tell your family members to, to begin to get ready. Because if you try anything, you will die. It's so easy. Go try. I've had few people who have come out to threaten me simply because of all this I'm saying. And they are Yorubas. Yoruba. I hate you, Maiyegun, I hate you, Maiyegun, simply because Maiyegun is asking, why is Yoruba land underdeveloped when those who have been ruling Yoruba land, who have been making laws for Yoruba land, who have been passing budget for Yoruba land, who have been executing contracts for Yoruba land, those who have been claiming to be representing Yoruba land in the last 20 years, they have all been Yorubas. And if they couldn't really fix Yoruba land, and they are still telling you that being part of Nigeria, it is in your own interest that they are part of Nigeria, Maiyegun is not part of that. And I'm telling you, unveiling the fraud, exposing the fraud, how does that make you hate me? If nobody say then curse you, if nobody say to as in to Maiyegun want to shake with phone. Like ordinarily, to ba jẹ́ pé èpè ń jà ẹ́, tí ó bá jẹ́ pé ayé ń ṣe ẹ́, tí ó bá jẹ́ pé bóyá pé wọ́n ti gégùn fún ẹ. How could speaking up about what millions of people are suffering from become a reason for hate? Right? Then another thing is, when they leave, because they have so much hatred in them, let me be honest with you, right? I would rather be careful of a Yoruba person than be careful of any other person in this world. You know why? It's so easy. I am a Yoruba man. I grew up with them. We have very, very loving people, amazing, lovely, accommodating Yorubas. I am a Yoruba man. I'm a personality that you can say an embodiment of love, an embodiment of a sincerity, an embodiment of care and then affection. I am not of hate. But when you see these guys who say, I hate Maiyegun, and ask them, why would you hate him? He never make any law for you. He never wrote any law for you. He's never been in any of your political offices. He's never been in any of your contractors in Nigeria. He's never been in, he's never in any way passed any budget for you. He's never been involved in either policy making or decision making or budget making, execution and implementation. He's talking about those who have failed to actually care for all of us, including Maiyegun. Now, you hate Maiyegun for saying that. Is that not something that they actually cause you? Because there's no base for that. Oh, you are abusing our elders. Who are your elders? Omeru, lason. Omeru, jati. Omoali, jati. Who are your elders? Thieves, criminals, pickpockets, ritualists, killers are your leaders. And you are angry. You hate me for that. So, and let me be honest as well, the most support I've actually received, the most genuine support I've actually received since I've started all of this, have been from the Yorubas. It will shock you. Many of them don't like commenting on my page. They prefer calling and speaking to me. And you just need to see from far and wide how happy they are. That I'm actually speaking the mind of millions of them that will choose to watch. We call them the silent majority, so to say. Yorubas, the people who are actually calling, but will feel much more comfortable, better with the characters we have out there today, who are actually in majority. Because you see, if you can't give me a support openly, if you cannot reject a direct attack from the misinformed idiots from Yoruba land against Maiyegun, that you only come behind to come and tell me you love me, you support what I do, I appreciate what you do, well done, Maiyegun. While other people take stand to say, why are you abusing him? Why are you attacking him? He's talking about the criminals who have been in charge and destroying and ruining everything you should stand for. And they have been from other people, the Igbos. I've had to see so many, a few other northerners too, who have come in. Well, you will see I've seen so many of my Yoruba brothers too. Thank you for those of you who have summoned the courage. Abusing me for telling you that those who are in charge of your destiny have been criminals all along. And I've given you that evidence, times without number. And you still feel like I'm the problem? Maybe not. In Yoruba land, do you know that since the beginning of democracy, since 1999 democracy, up to this date, the revenue, the resources, at least let's not talk about the ones they don't have. There is no too much money, they say. But the little they had, they plundered them, they looted them. Do you know that since 1999, in Yoruba land alone, the state in Yoruba land, they have actually collected over 9 trillion naira from federal government of Nigeria. They have also generated more than 21 trillion naira in Yoruba land. Add all of that together, 30 trillion naira revenue in the last 20 years alone. 30 trillion naira. Forget about the ones we may not know, the ones we may never ever know that they stole, like the Alpha Beta in Lagos, where all of you are living in slum and you think you're actually living a better life. Lagos is better than other places, and Lagos is supposed to be in Yoruba land, right? Over 30 trillion naira have been collected, received by the past and the present politicians in Yoruba land on behalf of Yoruba people. And where is that development? Where? But I can tell you where the developments are. If you go to the different properties these guys are buying for themselves, home and abroad, right? You can tell that for 20 years, they have used the resources of Yoruba land to make their own lives better. So how the fuck would you then say you ate what I'm saying, telling you that? How? Because you have mental problem, you may not be able to answer that. I'm talking to you, the Buhari Dins and the Buhari Diderins, the Abobakus, the Lagos Abobakus, the ass lickers, the crumb chasers, the crumb eaters. I am talking to you. What has been the development? Some of you idiots will jump on social media to tell us that, because that's the point. Your leaders believe that any of us who is pointing out all this crime, all this criminality. So reporting the crime has now become a criminal offense. So an average collateral mumu, a Lagos Abobaku, a born servitude, a slave by birth, will tell me that I should be arrested for asking where is the 30 trillion naira Yoruba land generated or received in the last 20 years? Where is the money? Because if I ask that, it is a crime. It is not a crime to steal. It is a crime to ask thieves to account for their loot. So you know what that simply means? It simply means that you are being led by criminals. If you have a government that will not punish terrorists, but rather will give them money to expand, will give them ammunitions, then will give them area surveillance for them to kill their citizens. When you have people like that, then you don't have government. You have terrorists in government. And that is what APC represents. Look at all of you. I have been reading few days back. That's why I said, you see, Nigerians are always like who they are, reactionary. Hey, yeah. They will cry. You will think, hey, something terrible don't happen. No, hey, I feel sorry for this Nigerian. No, hey, it's a lie. An average Nigerian is so treacherous, is so cunning, is so deceitful, and he deceives himself too. And they love living in denial. Are you with me? So whenever the whole thing, when the cookie comes crumbling, the same idiots that will be sounding philosophical when you are telling them that, hey, this thing you are doing, efrebo, you go undo next level. Now next death, the same idiot arguing with you will later come back when they begin to kill them. It will later come back and want you to pity him. And he will then begin to say, but you know I'm a victim. You know I'm a victim. Why are you abusing us victims? Don't you have human feeling? Can't you have human feeling a bit? Human feeling kill you. Human feeling bogey you there. Which human feeling? Idiot morons who are more or less like worse off than robots. Robots are actually better than many of you. You idiot collateral mumus called Nigerians. Next level. This is going to be next devil. Maiyegun is just hater. Maiyegun hates Buhari. You thought I hated Buhari. I was trying to save your lives. Many of you are dead. Many of you will still die. 3 more years. Many of you will still die. You will die. It is not a curse. It is what you brought upon yourself. Because you are a collateral mumu, they will kill you. They will kill those you love. They will ransack your village. They will try and even like take over everything you have, including that your land. And guess what? You will come back here. First, you will agree with us that you have elected terrorists to be in charge of the country, that you have elected thieves to be in charge of the country. Then you will want us to pity you because you want us to pretend like you that, hey, and I love you. I don't love you. The time I loved you, that time is gone. It was the time I was telling you never to make the mistake second time. All of you came here. But the Buhari rigged. You retarded morons. How many of you were busy campaigning for PDP? Those of you who were not voting for Buhari, you are busy voting for Atiku. The same thing is happening now. You idiots that will come here shouting. Any new party that want us to take them serious in 2023, they should begin to campaign now as if to say you are deaf, you are dumb, you are blind, and you are moronic. They need to spoon feed you. Yes, people need to appeal to you. Please vote for us. We will not be like PDP. Please, we promise so. We will not do this so because you have been programmed to be like that. If you are not APC, you are PDP. Just a few days ago, all of you on Facebook, you are still doing it. Oshio Monkey, Oshio Moli, and versus Obaseki. You are here going lyrical. Typical you. Same thing you are going to do in 2023. Same thing you are going to do in 2027. Maiyegun will be here. Then you morons, retarded fuckers, will be on Facebook asking Maiyegun to come back home. Why don't you come back home and do it? Because you have been programmed that way. You see that way. If it's not PDP, then it must be APC. When there is no election at all, you will be sounding like you are normal. All of you will be sounding like you get brain. You begin to say, in fact, we need to reject PDP, we need to reject APC. But the moment the news breaks, PDP versus APC, then you go into your robotic mode, your foolish mode. Then you begin to say, listen, it can't work like that, Maiyegun. It can't really work like that. Let me be honest with you. See, it's either PDP or you morons. You want me to be nice to you? Call you what? But that moron. Until day or what? You elected criminals. You don't deserve any respect. Your leaders don't deserve respect. You don't deserve any respect. And coming out to even defend them is adding salt to injury. What the fuck are you? That makes you think after bringing all this calamity upon yourself, many of them you are still going to bring upon yourselves. Okay? In September, many of you are going to be killed, or people you know will be killed in Edo. Undo State, they have started their own madness too. When their own election come, I think it's in November or wherever, you morons, you'll be busy on Facebook too, telling us why PDP is better, APC is better. When there is no election, you'll be sounding like you are normal. And then you will actually be asking us, you'll be joining us to say, let us break it up. And when you make that foolish, what do you call it? Foolish push in 2023, then you will wash, you will rinse, and then you go over it again. PDP, APC. Then it's so easy for you to abuse the smaller parties that you are never interested in anyway. No matter what they tell you, you are not interested. But you can pretend. So that's why I will be sitting down here, okay? And I will be reminding you that if you don't kill Nigeria, Nigeria is going to kill you, whether you like it or not. If Nigeria doesn't kill you physically, it's going to kill you psychologically. If it doesn't kill you psychologically, it's going to kill you economically. If Nigeria doesn't kill you economically, religiously, you are going to be dead, right? So one way or the other, all die. If you don't kill Nigeria, it will kill you, no matter what prayer you have. And guess what? It will come to pass. It will. Today, as you and I, as we are here today, Katsina State, Boko Haram, they call them bandits, terrorists. They have surrounded the entire state. Everyday mental sum. That's it now. How many of you remember that in secondary school? Everyday mental sum. Everyday killing sum is what is going on in Buhari state. Buhari is dead. Dead. Dead and dead and dead. For 1 month, they have been killing people in Sokoto, in Kaduna, in Katsina, in Yobe, in Taraba, in Zamfara. They have been killing people in Enugu. They've been killing people in Ebonyi. They've been killing people all across the whole place. Where is Buhari? He's taking pictures inside the asshole rock. And you are waiting every day for Femi Okonu Adesina to tell you that this is what Buhari is wearing today, so that you can go and compare it with the picture of last week and see if the cloth, if he changes his cloth, or you can go and check it with the 2 weeks ago if they don't change his shoe, or maybe it's all that madness, and you're actually comfortable with that. Like you are comfortable with that. Absentee government, because you have criminals in charge. Now there is this drama. I don't know if you have heard. You've heard that they shot, they nearly killed themselves inside Aso Rock. You see that Yusuf, that's Sabiu Yusuf, Buhari's personal secretary. Do you know that same boy actually uses Buhari's phone, the same president's phone, with the moment Abba Kyari died, when your president died? Sabiu will use president's phone to text Emefiele, Emefidiot, their own partner in crime, the CBN governor that is printing them money, and will give instruction in the name of Buhari. Aisha Buhari ADC. Do you know that it wasn't just an accident that they shot gun? They shoot gun in the air. They wanted to kill Tunde, because Tunde, when Abba Kyari died, to Aisha and her children, they celebrated the death of Abba Kyari. They were so happy because Abba Kyari was the babysitter for Buhari. So Aisha Buhari didn't like that they couldn't get or have access to the vegetable Buhari. So Abba Kyari was a bit nicer, from what we have also heard. The Abba Kyari was a bit nice to Aisha compared to what the real Kaba wanted to do to Aisha. They wanted to send her away and marry another wife for Buhari. It was already planned, done deal. But Abba Kyari was still a bit nice to Aisha, and she, gave her that first lady privilege a bit. Immediately, Abba Kyari died. Aisha Buhari and her children, they celebrated it. They were so happy because to them, finally, they can have access to the vegetable, lifeless Buhari. But they were wrong. Maman Daura, Buhari's cousin, or uncle, whatever they call him. Maman Daura, who happened to be the senior brother to Yusuf Sabiu, Buhari's personal secretary, the one that Aisha Buhari ADC wanted to shoot inside Aso Rock. You know what happened? At that moment, Sabiu became, since he's the personal secretary to Buhari, so he automatically just became a new Abba Kyari, young boy, 31 or 32. Automatically, he just became the new Abba Kyari because Maman Daura, the leader of the real Kaba, just gave him that clearance. So Abba Kyari is dead. Tunde Yusuf Sabiu is now the new Abba Kyari inside Aso Rock. So he was the one who walked up to Aisha Buhari's security men and told them they need to go on 14 days compulsory quarantine. And then the argument started. So because of this background that Yusuf Sabiu, that young boy, is now the most powerful man in Buhari's government, and Aisha, for the second time, we still not have access or control over what happened in Buhari's or presidency government of Buhari. So it was a plot that anywhere you see the boy, shoot him, kill him, it go make him look like an accident. So when they told us that Aisha ADC, the Aisha ADC that shot gun in the air is Yaya Bello's former ADC. And you know Yaya Bello with guns. Yaya Bello and gun. You know they are like 5 and 6. Exactly. Ta 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 ta. So after the Kogi election, right? For some reason, or I don't know how they worked it, that ADC to Yaya Bello automatically got a job with Aisha Buhari as Aisha Buhari's ADC. So that Yaya Bello's former ADC, who is now Aisha Buhari's ADC, was the one they gave the job to shoot that boy, kill him. It go look like accident. But the boy escaped. But they changed it. They told us that they shot the gun in the air. No, they wanted to kill the boy. Because that's the boy. Now, as you have been hearing that Aisha Buhari is fighting to take over Asorok, fighting and all these things you are hearing, they are true. The only person now holding Aisha Buhari from being in total control is that Yusuf Sabil. And he is having the backing of Maman Daura. Why am I telling you all of this? I am telling you because those you call leaders are criminals. Okay? They are criminals. And this is how criminals act. Right? So don't make it look like, but why are you telling? I'm telling you that you have criminals as your leaders. That's what I'm telling you. Yes, your criminals are leaders. I mean, sorry, your leaders are criminals. Then I'm telling you, I'm now explaining their corrupt criminal life. That even themselves, they are actually in danger. So don't be in a hurry. Calm down. There's more I'm going to tell you. So there was a time that Aisha Buhari wanted to make when Abba Kyari died. So Aisha Buhari thought she could push Buba Marwa, former Lagos State military administrator, to be the new chief of staff to Buhari, so that we know whoever is the chief of staff would be the one in charge of the presidency, because there's no Buhari in Dar Sorok. There's no longer any Buhari in Dar Sorok. You know what I mean? The one they put in there, the fake one they put in there, is a dead beat. I don't know how that sounds to you, but that's the truth. You don't have any president inside that place anymore. Whether they are wearing masks for the one they put in there, or whether they are putting them, giving him a stronger jag for him to be able to walk for 2-3 minutes, take pictures, and go back into the cage where they lock him up every now and then. But the one you have inside that Sorok there is not a Buhari. Just know that you have no president. And that is why they will ensure that Oshibajo, a Yoruba man, you are not even ashamed of yourselves. Some of you Lagos Abobakus, you guys are so stupid. Like you are so foolish as well. I know you don't have control over your mind. You don't have control over what you say, over what you think. I understand. But that's exactly what makes you that Abobaku that I call you. Oshibajo is a Yoruba man. What is that thing that is blinding all of you? That's why I said I will feel much comfortable with any other tribe that tells me this is it, than how I feel comfortable with an average Yoruba man or an average Yoruba blood. You know why? Because they are so treacherous for you. Oshibajo is a Yoruba man. None of you even feel bothered. Everything feels normal to you. Even those who are educated among you, sounding stupid on social media, asking for this entitlement to be respected. Oh, my friend, don't use F word, don't use N word. Because that is what triggers you. That they lock Oshibajo up inside Aso Rock. They lock his family up inside Aso Rock. They pop them up every now and then to pretend that they are actually still alive. And you, a Yoruba man, you don't find any offense in that. You don't feel unhappy. You don't really feel like something is not right. Do you? You don't. Right? And you are there in America telling us how bad Trump is. How terrible Trump is. Your Yoruba brother, as terrible as Trump is. Mike Pence is deputy, is vice president, is everywhere. Right? Where is Oshibajo? Where is he? What do you want Oshibajo to do? Oshibajo is holding a meeting because that's how you are programmed. You are just a programmed moron. And if I don't think your parents should be proud of you. Some of you are as useless. As useless as ordinary tissue paper, a used tissue paper. Your parents should be ashamed of you with what you are doing on social media, that they raised slaves instead of raising responsible children. They raised slaves. It looks normal to you, right? So they locked him up. is not on lockdown and all that. They locked him up. They now bought him a laptop. They bought him a microphone, like Maiyegun here. They now put him in front of the camera, fooling him. Even Shadia, Buhari's girlfriend, that is now doing that turned to the new Agbowori of Nigeria. The same thing Oshibajo created. Shadia is moving about, so they have different blood in them, Abi. You know why they lock him up? They locked him up because if Oshibajo should be out, Oshibajo will be forced to begin to answer questions from the media, because Oshibajo will be, normally Buhari, as lifeless as he is, as useless as he is, right? And as terror inclined as he is, it doesn't have any sense to address any media. It does, even when he managed to answer one or two questions from the media, he actually goes off the radar, completely out of track. But when they leave Oshibajo to do the job, right? That way, people will ask more questions. And in the process, people will see more of Oshibajo. They will see less of Buhari. The people will begin to ask for Buhari. Even the Yorubas, the Abobakus from Lagos, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, and the sophisticated morons from Lagos, and the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the Bambiala from Osun State, those who are the disciples of Aregbe Jegbesi, the Oshogbo Alimajiris. They know that if Oshibajo begins to go out, he will begin to outshine Buhari. Even this programmed idiot too. They will begin to say, where is Buhari now? The vice president is the only one we are seeing. So they decided to lock a whole professor. They lock him up inside Aso Rock. They are giving him Valium 5, so that he will just sleep all day. And whenever they need him to show up on camera so that they can take his picture and pretend that they are holding the way he was even telling us that they are going to discuss how to cut down expensive government after 5 years. So they are disgracing him. They are disgracing Oshibajo in there. You, as a Yoruba man, you are on Facebook trying to say Maiyegun is the problem. I have my life to live. I don't get business with your Nigeria anymore. I don't get any business with them. You know what I mean? So maybe when I'm going to have the opportunity of coming back to that place, I won't come back as going to Nigeria. I'll be coming back as going back to my own country. Ijebu is my country. And luckily for me, Ijebu falls under Oduduwa Republic when we begin to carve it out. And at the end of the day, I will be a proud Oduduwan. Yes, I feel proud of that. Not as a proud Nigerians, Nigerians. No. And I know it's going to take a long time. I may probably become a British before I become an Oduduwa son. And I'm looking forward to it. Yes, I'll become a British before that time. That's my alternative. So I have my life to live. Whether you hate me, whether you like me, it doesn't really change anything. I know that when you like and when you show love and support, that changes a lot. And that is why we are having a diaspora radio, by the way, because I've got people who love and respect me. They respect what I do. They love it. But what can we say about the Lagos Abobakus? The suffering and smiling pit latrine dwellers, those who are now swimming into their bedrooms, those who are swimming inside the gutter drainage water, and they will still come on social media to tell us how Jaga Bandit, Jagawiri, Jagbajantis of Lagos, Tifnumbu, has changed their life in Lagos. Our born slaves, our obedient fools, our sophisticated morons. Look at them. When you see them drop comment, they are so shameless that they are not even proud of their family names. They disgrace their family up and down just to defend one thief and all thieves. How does that make you feel, as old as you are? Look at your Lagos, Ogun State. It's so terrible. It's so terrible. I don't know how to really add that up. Inside Buhari's government, they are relooting the loot that they recovered. Abacha looted money, stole it abroad, and he saved it abroad. abroad returned the money. Magu and his team and Malami, they have now turned to Yahoo Plus or Yahoo Times inside Buhari's Mr. Integrative government. Buhari doesn't have any integrity. Even when they told us then that he has a body, what was that? Body this, body that. I told you that he had no body. There's nobody, wherever you called it then. It was a pure body odor. And his body odor, the stench of his body odor is what we have today. Now, between Malami and Malami, the one I called the Malamu, under Buhari's government, and Magu, they have looted and looted the loot they told you they are recovering. When we asked them, how much have you recovered from the looters? Laya Muhammad, that old good for nothing ag, a diaper wearing idiot like that. One thing many of you don't know is that they say don't call old people names, don't abuse old people. So you don't know that foolish people also get old. So you think if you see a foolish person now that is just a boy, you don't know that foolish people also get old. Laya Muhammad is one of them. So don't let anybody make you respect any foolish person because they are old people. Foolish people also get old. Okay? So Laya Muhammad came out to tell us that they have recovered over 2 trillion naira. Where is the money? They couldn't show us because Magu don't loot all of them don't share them. Abacha loot. They gave us a debt relief. We're negotiating Abacha return. Malami came in, assembled lawyers and paid them $38 million from the looted fund as their own consultancy fee under this Buhari government. So $38 million to lawyers who only sign papers that, yes, Nigeria is ready to receive Abacha loot. The same Malami, your attorney general, is the same person who also draw out the agreement between Obasanjo and the current Kebbi State governor. What's that one's name? Abubakar Bagudu. Abubakar Bagudu, who happened to be the man that was helping Abacha to siphon money and then launder money throughout the terror period of Abacha, while Buhari was the PTF chairman, and through his office, all the oil sales and the rest of that, they were able to launder the money through Buhari's office at the time. Abubakar Bagudu, who happened to be the one who was helping Abacha to loot the money, is today's governor of Kebbi State and is a member of APC. Abubakar Malamu, when Switzerland was ready to return the money, the city of Jersey was ready to return the money to Nigeria, about $200 million, Abubakar Malamu brought out a deal and said, Obasanjo said we were going to give some percentage of Abacha loot to Abubakar Bagudu as a compensation for telling us where Abacha left and stole our money to. So Malamun under Buhari actually decided to pay Abubakar Bagudu $110 million from Abacha loot. And they said it was an agreement they made with Bagudu under the man that says he's fighting corruption. Abubakar Malamun, when the money came, they are in the process of paying that money to Bagudu now, not to Nigerians who they stole the money from. So what happened? The same Malamun just wrote a letter to Buhari. He's asking Buhari to sack Magu. Let me tell you about Magu, the EFCC chairman. Magu, the National Assembly under Abubakar, give me his name, Abubakar Saraki, call himself Bukola Saraki. So Bukola Saraki was the Senate president, and Buhari sent and forwarded the name of Magu, EFCC chairman, Ibrahim Magu, to the Senate for confirmation. And in the process of investigating Abubakar Magu, they realized that Abubakar Magu had a team inside EFCC. Their job is to intimidate those they know. They have compromise on. What is a compromise? A compromise is that information and intel that you know that if anyone has that on you, they can control you because it mustn't make public. It mustn't see the public. Information like the deal you never want the world to know, the deal that can send you to jail. So There is a team inside the EFCC. They work for they work for Ibrahim Magu, EFCC chairman. They go after businesses. They go after individuals. If they know you have money, they can blackmail you. So what they do is that because they are EFCC, they will request for your information from your bank. And once they see that there are some transactions there that they could trace to you, or some money that they could probably want to know, where did you get that from? They are not interested in actually ending fraud. No, they blackmail you, so you bribe them. There have been 419 members in Nigeria. I'm talking about real fraudsters in Nigeria who have cut deals with this team inside the FCC of Magu. Their job is to tell you that they will take your properties. Okay. So let's say you have properties in Abuja, you have properties in Lagos, you have expensive cars that they see, they have other things they know you have. They will then tell you to bring all of them over. So they will pick what they want. They will leave you with anything they want to leave you with. Then they will collect the money they want to collect from you. Then they will give you a clean bill of health that says EFCC has cleared you. You are now esprit de corps. This team is inside EFCC. They use EFCC resources to access people's accounts, to tap people's lines, to blackmail people, to collect money from people. And there is a guy who is the leader of this group. I forgot his name right now, but if you Google it, you will find his name. He works for Magu. He's not a member of EFCC. They call him EFCC informant. So someone can phone you now. It may be the guy, and he will tell you EFCC is coming for you because of this, and that. We saw that you just received this social money. You know what I mean? So they are doing this to Nigerians codedly, and they are making billions of money from unsuspecting Nigerians. Because when EFCC say they are coming for you, we'll take your everything. We'll take everything from you. Then when they finally arrest you, these same syndicates, for you not to go to court, you have option. They will confiscate your property. They will change your property names to theirs, and they will sell it off. They will sell your properties off. Cars, houses, jewelries, name it. When they go to politicians' houses and they raid their houses for corruption, they steal and loot and only declare what they want to declare. So, if you don't want your story to get to media, you can quickly make arrangement with this team, and whatever property they take from you, they won't declare it to the federal government. The property belongs to them. This young man actually have a private jet that even Ibrahim Magu flies with him all the time. So, Saraki Senate found this out, and they recommended that Magu should be sacked and even prosecuted for corruption by Buhari. Buhari refused. So Ibrahim Magu has been acting EFCC chairman for the past 5 years for one reason only. To go after any APC enemy. If they consider you as enemy, it doesn't matter. They will come for you. And that is when they can start saying they found money in your room, or they found money in Sokewe, or they found money in your car, or they found money in your house helps accounts. All of these tricks and all of that, they are the tools that are designed to make them do the bidding of Buhari. Alas, Malamu is now writing Buhari to now tell Buhari the same thing I just told you now. Everything I just told you now. The lifestyle of Ibrahim Magu. How Ibrahim Magu bungled FBI investigations, CIA investigation into different financial crimes that were linked and traced to Nigeria. How Ibrahim Magu's EFCC, truncated those investigations and ruined them by alerting those fraudsters in Nigeria to run away because FBI is now looking for them. They have access to all this information. So even when the FBI want to go after Oshpopi, Nigeria, where Oshpopi come to do party all the time, mingle with your politicians, take pictures with them, carry Olosho with them, do all this flexing and all of that with your criminal politicians. The same Nigeria, EFCC couldn't really see anything on him. But immediately the FBI, the news came that Oshpopi has been arrested. Ibrahim Magu said they are also looking for Oshpopi. Meanwhile, you don't need to look longer. Just type Oshpopi on Google. Oshpopi and Nigerian politicians on Google. You will see many, many of them is their friends because they are all esprit de corps of a different, of the same profession, but from different departments. So Malami is now writing Buhari, minister, Attorney General is writing the president, telling the president that the man in charge of anti-corruption war is a corrupt man and he must be sacked and prosecuted. How many of you have seen that letter? I don't know how many times I've come on here to tell you about all the thievings and all the stealings of criminalities of the EFCC. Some of you call them faboos. Now, Malamu just wrote Buhari, telling Buhari to sack and also prosecute Magu. They are in the same government too. Magu is not in PDP because you don't have any president. You don't. I wish you do. I really do. So, thank you so much, by the way, for your time today. I'm going to draw the curtains here, and I just want to drop this before I go. I am a Yoruba man. I am a proud Yoruba man. And there is nothing you can give to me or that would be valuable than to give me and let me have my own country. The conversation is beginning. People are beginning to push it. We will no longer just be talking about Biafrans alone. We will support the Biafrans. We will do our own best as well to push every other voice from every other part of the country up to the front. And we will watch and walk and do everything until we kill Nigeria, so that Nigeria can stop killing all of you, can stop killing our children, can stop killing our dreams, can stop killing your aspirations, can stop killing our men, can stop killing our women, can stop killing our progress. You don't have to like this. It doesn't really matter. But we will continue to say this. We'll continue to do this until majority begin to say it as well. Yoruba land can be great only if those who are great in Yoruba land stop being silent. If you say I speak your mind, Maiyegun, you speak my mind all the time, then this is not, this is the right time for you to add your voice so that we can have it more. If we don't kill Nigeria, Nigeria is going to kill many of us. And as long as you keep attaching Yoruba to Nigeria, as long as you think that your political criminal leaders have anything to do for you based in Nigeria, we will continue to pick the bodies. We will continue to count the bodies. Dreams will continue to be ruined. Do you see that shanties that you all live in, that you call cities? All those slums that you live in, all those dredge and shit old places that you all live in, Ikoyi and all of those nonsense places that you think they are actually better off. Ha 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 ha. You are about to know the better. You are about to know the truth. And by the time the truth hits you, it may be too late. Stop them now before they stop you. Kill Nigeria now before Nigeria kills you. If you don't believe in it, don't worry. Now here I go there. Okay? When they kill you, I will help you break the news. When they abuse you, I will help you break the news. When they arrest you and assault you, I will be here to help you break it up. Because they say anywhere, any country whereby reporting a crime is actually criminal, you reporting a crime, stealing, then makes you a criminal, then just know this. You are being led by criminals. And it is time to stop it, or you die running from it. Thank you very much. I'll see you some other time if I can. So, to my friends on YouTube, I hope this went well. Now, I'll see you some other time, by the way. Until then, keep enjoying Maiyegun. And those who are hating, stop hating me. Stop hating me. I'm not the reason why you have your problem. And happy Father's Day to all of you who are genuine fathers. We fathers, because I know what it takes to be father. Happy Father's Day to all of you. Fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi kì máa ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù ó ga jù ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ti dé o gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dérò ní fi wọ́n níran. Non ṣọ́ ẹ̀bà kẹlẹ́bù ọ̀tá ìlú màmá ni ṣọ́ máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sí. Bye bye guys, I'll see you some other time. Hey.
ẹnìkan ìgbòdì ẹyin lábàrá o gbogbo ẹni tó bá dán wò á kà mú Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní bí wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.